Hello, everyone. Blossoming Medium Crystal Perry here with more blossoming thoughts. Today, we're talking about how to tell a whisper from your intuition and a shout from your anxiety. Intuition and anxiety can feel identical. Learning to tell them apart could be one of the most important skills that a sensitive person can develop. If you're an empath, a light worker, someone on the journey, or you're just very sensitive, you may need a user's manual. So I thought I would offer some tips. In my book, Trusting Your Intuition and Connecting with Spirit Within, pages 72 through 78, I talk about the intuition living in your body from your neck down, where you actually feel the physical sensations in your body when intuition talks to you. Intuition is not crazy making. It will gently nudge and nudge if there is something you are supposed to do. Anxiety can be crazy making, looping and looping your thoughts and going to extremes. So, how do we know if it's intuition or anxiety talking? Those that are sensitive can run on the anxiety spectrum automatically. Mixing these two or getting it wrong can cost you if it's a real intuitive hit that you dismiss as anxiety. We all have had the regret later or get mad at ourselves saying, I should have acted on that. I knew it and I didn't. If you stay in the anxiety, you will spend your life making fear based decisions. Just telling yourself, I can't get it. I can't get it wrong. I don't understand. Why is this happening? Just know there's not one clean rule that I can give you. We get it wrong on both sides all the time. We lean into trust of intuition, or we give into the anxiety feelings and try to navigate the aftermath. So, first, let's talk about the body signs, where it starts. Anxiety builds gradually, or it can spike suddenly in response to a specific trigger, maybe a text, maybe a conversation. Maybe your boss wants to call you into the office, right? And then suddenly it's racing thoughts, the spiral. Anxiety rehearses its worst case scenarios. It feels like it's happening to you, often a story attached you tell yourself. An anxiety story keeps growing and growing. It is usually for things that you cannot verify or control. The opposite of that is intuition, and it comes in completely before the story forms. You'll just have the full information before the story comes. It comes in quieter, like a knowing, and you just know this isn't right. It doesn't come in with a big, loud statement saying everything is going to fall apart. You notice the subtle difference. Intuition does not escalate the longer you sit with it. Anxiety does. Intuition does not need to convince you. It points to specific, simple action, not a spiral of possibilities. It arrives as a strange, calm presence, even if the message itself is very serious. So here's a couple of processes you can use to find out which it is. Number one, ask yourself, does this get louder or quieter when I sit with it? Anxiety almost always gets louder, and since it's looping, it feeds on rehearsal. Intuition tends to stay quiet and subtle. The message does not stay the same. It doesn't change. The message stays the same. It doesn't change. If you sit quietly for the full 2 minutes after you're thinking about it and notice it doesn't change, that's your intuition. It's something to note. If something blows up or is spun up into 6 different scenarios, that's anxiety doing what anxiety does. Number two, ask yourself, is this about something that is going to happen, might happen? Intuition tends to be in the present tense. This person, this job, a now thing. Anxiety tends to lean into the future. What if? What could happen? What might happen? Like what happens when this thing happens and then that thing happens and so forth, and it builds on it. Think of a crescendo. Ask yourself, am I being told what to notice or what to do? Intuition wants you to notice, pause, review, not a full script outcome. Anxiety wants you to write the whole movie. Number four, ask yourself, would you trust this feeling if it was in someone else? We're often more in tune with others, so if someone came to you with this issue and the feelings that they had about this circumstance, what would you tell them? Sometimes we can find the answers with others easier than we can find it in ourselves. Something to note: sometimes anxiety is a real response to a real threat. Your body has memory. Sometimes intuition comes into an anxious body because that's all it has. So if you feel urgent about something, take notice. What you really must do is slow down and look at the issue at hand. Start to keep notes or journal any strong feelings you get. Over time, look at your patterns, review the patterns. Maybe you start to notice that the anxiety shows up as a specific thought, or it builds tightness in your body. Maybe you start to notice where the intuition sits. Maybe you always feel it in your gut first. If you're an empathetic person, someone that can just pick up the energy of a room, or maybe sadness that someone's carrying as you sit next to them, it could feel like anxiety to you, especially if you have been this way all your life. It could be that you just know how to feel tension between people, coworkers, etc. Your logical brain does not know where to file that, and it sends the information to the body as the nearest recognized label. That looks like anxiety or stress. Sometimes you say, I'm just an anxious person, but it's really a nervous system that has not recognized how to process those feelings, those hits, or the knowings that you get. Or you could be the type of person that feels sadness when you sit next to someone on the bus, or you leave a party exhausted because you were absorbing all the energy there from everyone. That's usually an empath. The fix isn't to calm down, it's to learn how to manage the nervous system so it can calm down on its own and not think that it's an emergency all the time. Remember, let's do some simple practices of grounding yourself, staying present in your energy, staying calm, taking deep breaths, box breaths, exhaling longer. Even cold water on your hands and neck helps bring you back into the present moment. So when you feel anxiousness and you want to connect back in your body, bring all those tools and tricks back in. It's not to it's to bring in your own sensitivity back into your body. The goal here is to stop absorbing and start giving your nervous system a break so it can find out what the noise really is and what the truth really is. Imagine your energy grounding into the earth, deep and steady, keeping you secure. Shield and ground and protect your energy. Visualize a shield of light body around your energy. This can be any color you choose. Just know this shield keeps love in and it keeps energy that drains you out. The old standbys that have been used for millennium are sound, salt, and smoke. Smoke from sage or palo santo or incense. You're moving stagnetic energy. Salt around the perimeter of your home or your room or your office. And sound with soft music like Tibetan or crystal bowls. The main thing here is to trust what feels right for you, not everyone else, not what social media is telling you, not the new latest craze. What resonates in your body, what aligns with you, that will always be the correct choice. I hope this helped you. Much love.